Hi, I am Arghya Kusum Das, an assistant professor of computer science at University of Alaska Fairbanks. I am also an advisory board member of Onstitute's Data Education Initiative, where our goal is to spread high quality data education across the globe. Here is where I work. University of Alaska Fairbanks is Alaska's flagship university. UAF's research specialties are renowned worldwide, most notably for Arctic biology, Arctic engineering, geophysics, northern light studies, supercomputing, ethnobotany, Alaska native studies, and many more. This is the only university in the world who has a rocket and satellite launch pad called Poker Flat Research Range under the contract of NASA Wallops. Here is a brief overview of my research. My research mostly hovers around data, where I actually work on developing scalable algorithms and frameworks to analyze big data, mostly for genomics and healthcare data. I also work with different hardware vendors such as IBM to benchmark their hardware to accelerate big data analysis over heterogeneous hardware platforms. The other direction of my research, which I have recently started, is exploring the potential of blockchain to transfer sensitive big data over internet. I also work for the andragogy for data education, and my involvement with Onstitute is regarding that, where my motivation is to make data education affordable and accessible across the globe. In today's talk, I will mostly discuss about Onstitute's AI education initiative. At Onstitute, we have developed several courses and we are offering those courses to many different universities and other professional organizations. And this course goes by the name Machine Learning for Software Developers. This course is very high rated at University of Wisconsin-Platteville, and also this is strongly recommended by the scientists at Center for Alaska Native Health Research. We have collaborated with IBM, Fidelity, Fractal, and Facebook scientists to develop this course. Here is the agenda for this course. First, I am going to discuss about the current state of machine learning, then the expected learning outcomes, and what is a developer's perspective. That's what I am going to discuss next. Next, I am going to discuss about the Institutes and its collaborative effort, where I will discuss about Institute's collaboration with Open Power Foundation and other industry partners and academic partners. Then I will give you some course highlight. Then I will show you a little bit of demo of the code and how we are working to develop the developer's mindset in machine learning. Finally, we will describe our goals and there we will conclude this presentation. So here is the current state of machine learning. It is cross-disciplinary and not only the STEM folks are taking machine learning, but from digital humanities, digital arts, everyone is taking machine learning nowadays. So what are all the issues? That's what I'm going to discuss now. So AI and ML is everywhere, starting from e-commerce to social media to automated vehicle to targeted advertisement, personalized medicine, smart IoT device, virtual assistant, financial analysis, weather prediction. Every machine learning and artificial intelligence is everywhere, and the list is continuously growing at an exponential rate. So not only the computer science students, but also the students from multiple disciplines, even the non-STEM discipline students need to know machine learning. So the machine learning curriculum needs to be better. It should be updated to fit the business need. It should be tuned for the software developers. We always need to remember that everyone does not have a solid mathematical background. The student who is coming from an arts background or liberal arts background or any type of history or some other type of background, they may not have a solid mathematical foundation. So the ML curriculum needs to be better to fit their need also, so that they can also become productive when they join their corresponding industry. Also, we need to consider the ML project managements. So, the in summary, it should be accessible by the people from different background, including the non-STEM people. So, what are the expected learning outcomes? What is a developer's perspective? So here I am going to discuss about how we can do focus on the coding part rather than just mathematics. Also, I am going to discuss about the KPIs, that is the key performance indicators of an ML project. And also I am going to discuss about the ML project workflow. So in as a from a bird's eye view, we need to focus more on coding and development so that everyone can become productive. ML is not only about mathematics anymore like it was several years back. Here you need to understand the data, understand the type of the problem, and also if you are working in an industry, you really need to understand the customer's need, what the customer want to do. And here again, you have to remember the customer is a business person and he may not explain the things in a mathematical fashion. So you have to extract the ML requirement. Why do you need ML? All these things are part of machine learning and AI nowadays. So the important skill set that the students need to develop is efficient coding, the development techniques, as well as the project management. How to manage a machine learning project, how to manage lots of data, how to make a robust model, and all these things. So here is the KPIs, or the key performance indicators of an ML model. The key performance indicators are an ML model should be capable to analyze a large set of data. So your ML model should be scalable so that it can be distributed over multiple machines, or in some sense it should be able to take the advantage of the scaled up server. For example, a high power IBM power server or the GPU and all these things. Second, it should be capable to extract more knowledge from less data. Of course, this has a demand always in the industry. If your ML can perform some magic by extracting more knowledge from the less data, of course that is more acceptable by your customer or by the community. The third is improved accuracy. The fourth is improving the robustness, means your ML model should run in many different type of platform, and in an ideal case it should be able to handle the data from different domain. The next one is a less execution time, that is high performance. Most of the time we have seen, because of high number of iteration, the training time for an ML model is significantly more. So the execution time needs to be less. ML model should be high performing. So the training time should be very less, because if the customer's data set or is changed at some point of time, and if your ML model takes months to train, then it is not a very good sign. So the high performance for an ML model is very important. And not only performance, the ML model should improve the performance to price also. because that is an important key performance indicator at industry. And also, it should improve the return on investment. Let's assume that your ML model is developed in such a way so that it can only run on very high performance computer, and it does not run on your laptops or something like that. So in that case, you may lose some acceptability. So here, let us understand the ML project workflow. So when understanding the ML project workflow, your focus is on improving the productivity, how to use all the libraries rather than developing from the scratch. So it is very important to keep track of the development and how the libraries are you can used. Every now and then a new library is being proposed or developed and made it open source or something like that. So as an ML developer, you need to keep track of all those development. And not only that, the existing libraries are also being improved every day. For example, pandas are coming with their new versions every day. TensorFlow is coming with their new versions every day. PyTorch is also improving every month. Something like that. And as an ML developer, you have to focus on that. You have to try out many different models with minimum coding change. So your coding skill need to be improved to improve the time efficiency of the development process. Also, the ML developer needs to try out different tools. For example, scikit-learn, TensorFlow, PyTorch, etc. with minimal code change. Because each of these tools, because of their native implementation, may show several performance issues and sometimes the accuracy issues also, even though the model is same. The final thing is your ML model should fit in the CI/CD pipeline, which is very important because the customer's requirement and the customer's dataset may change a little bit very frequently. So your ML model should adhere to the continuous implementation and continuous deployment pipeline. So the bottom line is ML projects are not only about theory anymore. So in a ML course, you need to have a proper balance between theory and the development knowledge. At Onstitute, we have collaborated with multiple companies such as Facebook, Fractal, Fidelity, and IBM to develop the course for ML for software developers. Well, this is not only one course, but this is a collection of courses that we offer based on the demand from our students.